I can't, I don't understand.
Good evening. I would like to call this meeting to order. May I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Ms. Carbonell,
Present.
Mr. Cohan, Mrs. Conte Mackey,
Here.
Mrs. Faria,
Here.
Mr. McDowell,
Present.
Mrs. Manisi,
Here.
Mr. Nasta,
Here.
Ms. Santana, Mrs. Scott Heaton.
Here. Thank you so much, Ms. Capiello. Tonight, we have a very special guest, Mariela Garcia. Did I say that correctly? One of our lovely students from the high school. She's a senior, and she really represented last night, but we're going to learn a little bit more about her later on. But she is going to lead us in the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Mariela. Board Member Nasta, would you please read the mission statement?
The mission of the Township of Union Public Schools is to build on the foundations of honesty, excellence, integrity, strong family, and community partnerships. We promote a supportive learning environment where every student is challenged, inspired, empowered, and respected as diverse learners. Through cultivation of students' intellectual curiosity, skills, and knowledge, our students can achieve academically and socially and contribute responsible and productive citizens of our global community.
Thank you so much, Board Member Nasta. Ms. Poon, please read the Open Public Meetings Act statement.
In accordance with the provision of the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Act, the Township of Union Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof published in the Star Ledger and Union County local sources, posted in the Administrative Building of 2369 Morris Avenue in Union, New Jersey, filed with the Township Clerk, and mailed to all persons, if any, who have requested said notice. The Board of Education offers members of the public the opportunity to address issues regarding items on the agenda or on any item. Individuals need to identify themselves by name and address. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes. Issues raised by members of the public may or may not be responded to by the board. All comments will be considered and a response will be forthcoming if and when appropriate. The board asks all members of the public to be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Comments regarding students and employees of the boards will not be responded to by the board. Madam.
Thank you so much, Ms. Poon. The board will now go into executive session to discuss personnel and legal issues, and action will be taken. May I have a motion to move into executive session?
Second.
Any discussion? This motion has been properly moved by Ms. Scott Hayden and Ms. Manisi. Can I have a roll call, please? into our public regular meeting.
So moved. Second.
The motion has been properly moved by Ms. Scott Hayden and seconded by Ms. Manisi. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte Mackey?
Here.
Mrs. Faria?
Here.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi,
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana?
Yes.
Mrs. Scott Hayden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes. At this time, the junior ROTC will do the presentation of colors.
Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cadet Captain Aimee Olatibosu. I bring you warm greetings from the 126th Proud Army GRTC cadets that make up the Union High School Fighting Farmer Battalion. Presenting the colors this evening is the Union High School Army GRTC Ceremonial Color Guard. Their primary role of the Ceremonial Color Guard is to perform ceremonial duties at special events and official occasions in representation of the U.S. Army's 250 years of service in defense of our nation. At this time, I would like to introduce tonight's Ceremonial Color Guard. The lead guard, Cadet First Sergeant Gino Florentino. With the U.S. flag and commanding the color guard, Cadet Sergeant First Class Kervins Pierre. As a state flag, Cadet First Sergeant Stacy Charles. Holding the Army flag, Cadet Sergeant First Class Milton Tan. With the Prisoner of War flag, Cadet Captain Kimberly Cano. With the Union High School flag, Cadet Captain Jefferson Ismay. The rear guard, Cadet Staff Sergeant Daniel Hurley. Please stand for the posting of the colors.
Just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky
we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
That was extremely touching. I'm so proud of all of you tonight, and I'm proud to be sitting on this board.
Amen.
Thank you. Particularly since Memorial Day weekend is coming up. Nice timing. Approval of the minutes. May I have a motion to approve the following minutes?
So moved.
Second. Approved by Ms. Santana, seconded by Ms. Manisi. Roll call, please, Ms. Capiello.
Mrs. Conte-Mackey.
Yes.
Mrs. Faria.
Yes.
Mr. McDowell.
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi.
Yes.
Mr. Nasta.
Yes.
Ms. Santana.
Yes.
Mrs. Scott Heeden.
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell.
Yes. Next, we will have our communications that are reflected in operations in the personnel agendas. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, thank you. I would like to take a moment to thank you all for being here tonight. As we begin the public comment portion of this meeting, I want to remind everyone that we value your input and appreciate your time and effort in sharing your thoughts and concerns. We ask that all your comments be respectful and constructive as we aim to foster a productive dialogue that benefits our community and the work we are here to do. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to address the board. Please remember that while we are eager to hear your perspectives, we are unable to engage in a discussion during this portion of the meeting. However, your comments will be carefully considered by the board, and if necessary, the administration will follow up. With this said, do we have any speakers for this portion of the Good evening, Ms. Jeffries. Please step in. Good evening, Ms. Jeffries. I apologize.
Before I start, Virginia Jeffries, 236 Brighton Avenue. Before I start, I am so impressed by that color guard. And I would hope that they continue to serve after they graduate. But I hope they never have to serve under any war circumstances. But they were great.
Absolutely.
So moving on to my comments. Good evening to all in attendance. There are concerns on the agenda regarding F-15, F-25, F-26, F-27, F-37, F-28, 28, 30, 31A, 31B, 32, 33, 37, 38, F-56, and item 17, approval of bills. On F-15, why not have separate contracts for the General Counsel and Special Education Council? A special ed law is a very specialized area. B, it's easier for the board to set a cap for special ed services. C, it's easier for the board to track costs. F-25, for evaluations, the funds that are set aside can only service 4 students for the upcoming school year. F-26, the funds set aside can only service 7 students for the upcoming school year. F-27, the funds set aside can only service 5.3 students at $830 an hour and only 5 students at $880 per hour. F-28, the funds set aside can only service 3 students. F-30, only 1 K-5 student and only 1 6 to 12 grade student can be serviced, and there are no funds to cover an audiological consultation. F-31A, only 5 students for this school year can receive services. F-31B, 13 students, 8 more than this current year, will be able to receive services based on what projections? F-32, only 10 students to receive services based on what projections? F-33, only 10 students can receive services based on what projections? In F-37, only 1 student can receive services at the maximum for autism, and only 3.6 students can have services for dyslexia, dysgraphica, and the third one is hard for me to pronounce. F-38 will not be able to service students at all as the minimum possibilities exceed $1,400. And finally, the major...
Excuse me, your time has expired.
Oh, it would be so much better if there was a clock up so people, or a warning bell when they're down to the 1 minute. It would be nice to have that.
Good point. Thank you, Ms. Jeffries.
Again, wonderful presentation by the color guard.
Well, you signed up for both, so maybe if you truncate the later message, you'll have time to finish. Oh, sorry. Anyone else, Ms. Cole?
Not for first comment.
Next, we will have the education and student I apologize. I skipped a whole section. Superintendent's reports. Sorry, Dr. Benaquist.
Thank you, Madam President. presenting of the colors went, but, tonight we get to also highlight how well our whole program is doing. The Union High School Junior ROTC just got back recently and won the national championship for the second consecutive year, which has never been done, to my knowledge, in Union. So I know Colonel Alvarado, if you want to come forth, and Sergeant Schemmel, is Sergeant Schemmel here as well? All right. Sergeant Schemmel and Colonel Torres, you talk about staff that go above and beyond helping our children. They're here, I don't even want to know how many hours, a day, a week, a year. But I want you to come up and just share a little bit about this experience. I know we've been doing it for many years, but what it meant this year to win the national championship the second time.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Benacuesta, Madam President. It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here. And as you can see, I have a lot of my proud cadets here with us tonight. They could be home doing something else, but they'd rather be here representing and basically taking care of each other like they've always done, because they know one thing is the element of teamwork. And tonight they knew that they had to come and represent each other and back each other up. So we took the cadets down to another national event. It was 100 of the best schools that win all the championships of the states. And last year we won the Division III national title, and then they moved us up to Division II this time, and we won it again. So now next year we got to take Division I, and we're going to work hard for that. Okay, so I don't know, cadets are ready for that. Okay, but like Dr. Benacuesta said, it doesn't come easy. The kids they come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they leave at 6 p.m. in the afternoon. So as you can see, they put a lot of hours. This stuff doesn't come because of luck, because of hard work and dedication. So I like to acknowledge my cadets for the hard work that they do every single day, not only to win awards, but to do the best thing in every single day, to put in that discipline that they learn in school. They learn about responsibility, accountability, and more importantly, about becoming better Americans. And that's what I'm very proud of. But at the same time, I'd like to also thank the administration for making it possible. It takes funds, it takes the parents who provide the kids to us, and they not only do they provide the kids, but they trust us with those kids, because we see them so many times that sometimes the parents come to me and say, "Hey, please relay this to my son or daughter," because they think that we're the first echelons of support. So again, Dr. Benacuesta and Madam President, it is an honor to be here, but it's not for me, it's about the cadets. So I'd like at this time to introduce our battalion commander for this year. He's the one who put the team together. He's the one that practiced with the team. He's the one that put all the time and effort into making this happen, and this is our battalion commander, Genesis Munoz.
Hello, my name is obviously Genesis Munoz. I'm battalion commander at 2025 Fighting Farmers Battalion. All I really want to say while I'm up here is that, one, I've been doing ROTC for 4 years since my freshman year. I wouldn't have been here, and none of us would have been here without the leadership from my freshman year, my junior year, and my sophomore year. And that I recognize that not one thing could be done with one person, and that I wouldn't have done any of this without any of the cadets I've worked with or any of the leadership that taught me. And out of my 4 years, we've had a lot of skill. There was a lot of people with like really high skill. They were really good. And this year, going into my team, it wasn't the best. A lot of them didn't compete the previous year at all. But we ended up being the best out of the 4 years, not because of that, but because of the fact that they understood that wanting it and having a why for what you want to do in something is the biggest thing you could do to actually achieving something. And that I stapled it into their head that they wanted it. They wanted to do it for the second year, whether the odds were against us or not. And I want to say thank you to everyone that I worked with. I couldn't have done it without you.
Okay, and this isn't for me or Genesis, for all of you guys. Everybody come up here. Just come on, everybody, all of you.
And Colonel, this is a small presentation of just appreciation of what you do for our program and the kids. And I just thank you. It is amazing. It's awesome to say we have national champs. So, but like it was said, it's everyone working together. So I really do appreciate it. Congratulations. Why don't we get together? We'll take a picture of the board. I didn't say.
Definitely gonna have to ask board members to sit down. Definitely won't be. Only person I see is giving out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing back here? Unless you move this side. There you go. You can see me. You can see me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Anybody else take it? I won't let them move. Okay. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again, everyone. Thank you so much. So I asked Colonel Alvarado to stay up. First, I just we're going to highlight two students next. And if you go on when this is presented, it shows all the things our ROTC accomplished. So go on. I didn't read through everything, but this will be made public. But I asked Colonel to stay up. We have two students that are, which I'm going to be introducing, going to West Point. But throughout our district, every year, we have students going off to West Point and other academies that are going to be in a program to serve our country. But we also have staff, and I'm going to put one on the hot seat because I do think it's important. We have a lot of people that have served our country, and I don't know if we really say thank you enough. Is there any community members in here that served? If you did, stand up, but otherwise I do want to also highlight one of our staff members that served as well, Mr. Shaw, and just say thank you. And thank you. I know I put people on the spot. I appreciate it. But again, I don't think we, sometimes things go by so quick and we don't realize, people, again, what they did for our country. So next I would like to, now from what I understand, we have two people going to West Point, which is amazing. One was part of ROTC, one wasn't. But I want you to kind of talk about, I know with ROTC, because how good we are, it's a different entrance in a sense to a little bit. They trust in your leadership.
So our Union High School ROTC program is considered a honor unit with distinction. That means that we rank in the top 10% of 1,700 schools nationwide, and we're actually ranked number 8 out of 1,700 schools. As such, we have the authority to actually directly appoint cadets into West Point. Now, these two young gentlemen that are going to be going to West Point are going to be joining another cadet that's already started last year. We did not use that authorization. They did go through their congressman. However, we do also have that in our back pocket in case they needed that. So we can appoint cadets, one cadet per year to go to West Point also. And that's because we're an honor unit with distinction, which is only in the top 10% in the nation.
Again, that is amazing. So I would like to ask Ryu and Ethan to come up and be recognized. I am very proud of you guys representing not just yourselves, but our community at West Point. I'm hoping you come back and share what you're learning because, going to West Point is, again, an amazing opportunity. But also, I think it's something that I know if you came back and shared with me, I would learn from. So I am intrigued by some of the things they do to build leaders. But you guys obviously go in there getting accepted. I believe you already have it in you to be that next leader. So I wish you the best. I wanted to recognize both of you tonight because I think this is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations. Congratulations. And then let's just get a picture. And as the family here, just one with the family members, come on up. We're gonna have to squeeze in there.
You have to get closer, right? We're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So next up, we have our board liaison, our third board liaison representing our board, one of our amazing students at Union High School, Mariela Garcia, and she's going to share some highlights about our district, correct? Come on down.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mariela Garcia. I am a senior at Union High School, and I am one of the 3 student representatives, along with Ayana Josephat and Alan Mao. So, some upcoming dates: we have the senior class trip to Hershey Park next week, and the pool party tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, next week on May 30th. And this week we have the football game, which is students versus teachers, where some of our staff will be going against some of our students. I hope the students win. But, and we also have our senior prom on June 5th. And yesterday we also had our senior award ceremony. And we also had our senior day. Our senior day is basically like a carnival outside just for our seniors, where we have bouncy houses, a bunch of games outside, and some delicious food. On May 1st, we also had our commit day. That morning, we had a bunch of students come out with their commitment shirts. We have some from Rutgers, Seton Hall, and JCU, and UConn. So, sports. We are doing really well in sports. Our flag football team, now updated, they are number 4 in the state, and they are 8-0-1. And Amaya Lewis-Giles was the Big Central Conference Player of the Week, and she will also be playing for the North-South Conference for the football team at Kane University. And also, we also had the Day of Service on May 9th, 2025, where 15 of our student athletes went out and served and organized and cleaned a local VFS. And this was organized by our athletic director, Ron Caesar. We also had more commits to our sports, which is Caleb DeVelson. He will be committing to NJIT for throwing, Marilise Tavares for LaSalle University for acro tumbling, Woodley Osiel for Union College for wrestling, and Babadera Aloe for Delaware State University for shot put. So you guys also heard about JRTC earlier, but I'd like to highlight some of their awards. The armed inspection earned first place. Unarmed inspection earned first place. Armed exhibition earned first place. Armed regulation earned third place. Armed color guard earned fifth place. And unarmed color guard won second place. So our arts, we have such a bright community in arts. Earlier this month, the UHS PAC, which is our performing arts company, went out and competed at the Orlando Fest competition in Disney World, where they won concert band second place, the UHS string orchestra in first place, and the UHS dance team in first place, the UHS concert choir in second place, the UHS swing choir in first place, and the outstanding soloist Grace Lascano. She did amazing, and yes, they had a great time at Disney World. I saw all their pictures. So our clubs, we have a bunch of clubs at Union High School, but I'd like to highlight some of them here today. So Key Club, last month they attended NJDCon, which is the New Jersey District Education Conference in Berkeley Hotel in Asbury Beach. And here they won multiple awards, where Elena Jensen won first place in t-shirt design, Hannah Hippolito won first place in club website, Talia Johnson, Kristlyn Kadua, Sophia Inahazo, Kari Towns, Veronica Koschel, and Hannah Hippolito won third place in the Major Emphasis Award, which is an award to emphasize one of the events they had during the school year, which was the Santa event at Bird Temple this year. And later on, we also have Tracy Chan and Eli Abayo winning first place in the club digital poster, and JCGK first place in club bulletin. Myself, Adugo Ikwu, and the rest of the media committee won second place in social media. Leo Panes in winning platinum award for single service award, and Hadassah Trindade with the International Distinguished Club. And that's not only all the awards they've won, but they've won more, but those are the more important ones for now. Next, with our clubs, the Red Cross Club is currently creating cards for kids in hospitals all over the United States, and they are being handed in the moment. For the Law Club, next week, I believe, or the week after, they will have a guest speaker coming in, and they are an attorney. I have no idea who it is, so I'm really excited to see what type of attorney they are and who they are. And the Art Club, they are working well with painting the mural at Union High School, which is being painted in front of the attendance office. Some of the artistic elements in the mural comes from Keith Haring, Takashi Murakami, and more. And I am also painting it too. And that is all for the high school, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.
Excellent, excellent.
Great job, Mariella. And then, Madam President, do you want to,
I do
got
want to
right
invite
into-
the board. Do you have any comments about the beautiful presentations tonight? Anyone? No. Please, use your microphones.
To sum it up in short, just absolutely amazing, right, of what our students are capable of. We never doubted you. Thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight, because like your star just said, that you could be doing something else this evening. So thank you so much. Congratulations to you and to our board liaison. Amazing, amazing. I saw you last night at the award ceremony, receiving multiple awards along with a lot of our other excellent scholars. So congratulations, and thank you also for your time for being a student liaison.
Nicely said, Madam Vice.
Now,
Mr. McDowell?
Just to add to that, especially our junior ROTC, as somebody said a little bit earlier, I hope that you will never have to sacrifice yourselves for this country, but I will respect you and honor you because you're willing to do just that. Thank you.
Beautiful. Anyone else?
I just wanted to say thank you for your dedication. Our students are amazing. I'm the first one, I get all choked up. I'm the first one to tell everyone that we have the best in this town, and thank you. Thank you to our staff, to help develop them, but the dedication and just your energy is amazing, so thank you.
Thank you.
As
mom of a soon-to-be Union High School student and a little nervous that I have a high school student. Seeing this just reminds me what a great place it is. I'm proud and I can't wait for all the opportunities that lie there for our children, including my own who's about to go there. But thank you to everyone, because this is just what makes Union such a great place and what makes our schools such a great place for our kids to be. And thank you to everyone. It's not easy getting up at 6 a.m. or being there at 6 a.m., but you do it, so thank you.
Ms. Kantemaki?
Thank you. I just want to say, amazing. My children are products of Union education. My son is currently approaching senior year. And watching him go and watching each of you and seeing what we as a district offer, to see how far you've come, the excellence that you raise, just want to say thank you to all of you. You make us proud, and we're proud to serve you. We're proud of the educators that help you grow. As you can see, we have Teacher of the Year here. I can't wait to see Ms. Brown come up. But I want to let you all know, thank you so much. Sky's the limit. Continue to represent Union, because we are the U. Do amazing things. Know that we are always here to support you. It doesn't end with you graduating and going on. This is a unit. This is a family. And to the parents, guardians, grandparents, and family members of these amazing students, thank you so much. You've raised some amazing kids, and thank you for having them here in Union, because we are that community.
Thank you so much. Mr. Nasta?
I do want to congratulate all the junior ROTC with all their first place finishes. Everyone really looked great tonight coming up here with their presentation of the colors. I also want to congratulate the two fine young men who will be attending West Point in the fall. I'm not sure if everyone realizes the commitment you're both making, and I'm sure you've made both your families proud, and you've also made this district proud as well. So again, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nasta. If you know me a little bit, you know that I'm never at a loss for words. And Nancy, you started it. I couldn't stop myself. I'm just so proud. And you know, in education, we strive to teach students the content, whether it is reading, writing, mathematics, science. And if we're lucky, we do just enough with the parents to create adults that are selfless, are courageous, and are leaders in their own right. And that is what I saw tonight from every single student that spoke tonight, including you, Mariella. Mm-hmm. I am so proud to live in Union. And we hear enough things about everything that is going wrong, but tonight represents Union right. So if you will permit me, Mr. Shaw, I also want you to come up, because you also exemplify courage, selflessness, and leadership. Can we have all the students up here? And where is Ms. Nooms? I want you to take a picture, and we need to post that somewhere, because that should make us really proud. And I believe it was Genesis, Rio, and Ethan, but Genesis, you spoke about the leadership that you had access to. But in hearing you speak, you were a leader for your teammates. So congratulations to all of you. Let's give them love and a hand.
Everyone to come up for a picture.
Let's one more picture.
Start the way.
You go over there too. Leadership comes in all forms.
In the ROTC too, right?
Yes.
Everyone, come back up. Another picture.
The Township of Union Public Schools is not about us. It's about these young men and women before us.
Taller and back. We're gonna have to do 2 rows. You guys want to maybe go right there? Yeah, squeeze in that way. Squeeze in that way. Can you get everyone in the stands?
I tried. Sorry. Good. Look that way. Look this way. All right, now they can steal it from Facebook.
Thank you again, everyone.
And by extension, if parents, please stand up. I know they're going to kill me tonight, but parents, please stand up. We can't do it without you. Let's give the parents a hand.
And the wives. Great job.
So next up, I would like to, so every month we have our principals sharing a little bit about the schools. We're at the last two. So I would like, Ms. Lorenzo is going to lead us off. Where's Ms. Lorenzo? All right, Ms. Lorenzo, come on up. I was worried. I didn't see you back there. And your PTA president for Livingston School, Dawn Casal.
Dr. Benaquiz, before we continue, I would be remiss. I did ask the other student representatives, Mariella, what are you, last night you represented, you got a number of awards. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And when you graduate, what you plan to do after graduation?
Hi everyone, I'm Mariella. Yesterday I won the Student Council Award where I got a scholarship of $150, and I also got a stole as well for my president this year, for being president this year. And I plan to major in political science and minor in sustainability and Korean.
Awesome, thank you. Dad, you should be very proud.
My turn? Hi, I'm Yvonne Lorenzo, and this is? She's the coolest PTA president ever. I made this little logo here just for a little while, leaving a handprint on your children's hearts, because that's what our teachers do, because they're fantastic. So let's take a peek inside of our halls. Communication. We do have a letter that we send out every month. It is a letter that talks about all the different things. It says the events of the month. It says, it highlights different activities that the students do. We throw pictures in there, and we do reminders about little events that are coming up, so everyone has something to read once a month when they're drinking their coffee in the morning. We had an awesome presentation for teacher appreciation done by our PTA. We want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. I believe that the teachers work very hard every day, and they don't get appreciated as much as we should. So the last 2 years, I think I went over and beyond, because the next year's president is already like, I cannot walk in your footsteps. I get the teachers massages. I bring them breakfast, lunch. This year we had ice cream from Oh So Delicious. We had a cart that went around. They got to pick like lip gloss, nail polish, beach towels, certain kind of things. We had a display in the hallway. And what else did we do? Last year we did ice cream as well. And last year everybody got a special gift in the bag, but we won't talk about that. But they are very appreciated. And Livingston School, the teachers there they're just so warm and caring, and I am going to miss them very dearly, because I like to say LES is my little family. And we also have a lovely new addition, Miss Lorenzo is the principal now, and it's just everyone is just a nice little family there, and the teachers show up for us at the PTA all the time for our activities and events, and I couldn't be more happy with them. And it makes the children happy and everything. We have VIP dances where we invite them personally to come and they come out and show support for that, as you'll see some pictures in there next.
Okay. We have our concert coming up next week, the 28th, and this year we're doing the 3rd and 4th grade chorus together because my career is music, and we've always, when I started here, we did 3rd and 4th grade together. So we didn't think we could fit it at Livingston School because we didn't want to limit the amount of people who came in. So we're moving everybody over to Kiwami Middle School. I'm really excited about that. The art display is on display in Livingston School right now. Not sure if she's moving it over to Kiwami for the concert, but she does this beautiful display where she has banners and all the kids' work is up there. So if you're ever around Livingston School, come into our halls and check it out. It's beautiful. We have the band performing and the chorus performing. So we have TREPS. I asked the leaders of TREPS to write me a little bit of a blurb on what it was about so that I didn't forget anything. So if you notice, TREPS is spelled T-R-E-P with a $sign. Why is it a $sign? Because these students are learning how to make money. They invent and create their own little businesses. They do learn about all kinds of entrepreneurship. They learn about financial literacy, essential business concepts such as product development, marketing, budgeting, and customer service. They participate in weekly workshops that guide them through this process of establishing what their product is going to be. They brainstorm their ideas. They decide how to market it. They decide what it's going to cost. Then this year we had 34th graders participating in the program, and on April 9th we had a TREPS marketplace. It was very, very cool. Their creativity led to a wide range of products including dog treats, bracelets, face painting, AI-generated personalized photos. Yeah, I have one. But they made money. Like, these kids made money. I know I went broke that night, but they made money. And to be honest, not ever having been at the marketplace, which is, you can see kind of some of the pictures there, I didn't know what to expect. But I was walking around going, wow, these are earrings, like real earrings, like I can wear them. I'll take that. I'll take that bracelet. And it was just amazing. I just couldn't believe these were 4th grade kids doing all this really cool stuff. So because they did such an amazing job, we are having another little kind of resurface of it. We're doing it is it this Friday? It's this Friday, and we're going to do it in school. And they're the peers, they're kids, all the kids in school are going to have an opportunity to go shop. We made sure we told mom and dad and everybody to bring in the money. So that's really exciting. Our awesome program advisors are Heather Shanley, Alyssa Santos, and Maria Sibilia, and they're so thrilled. They're excited about doing it for next year. But it is the coolest program ever. Our teachers are very active in everything that we do. We had teachers versus teachers obstacle games, which was formulated by the PTA, but run by our physical education teachers, Mr. Miller and Mr. Shaw, who didn't really tell us what we were doing, just signed us up, go to the high school. We're standing there like, okay, well, we had a blast. It was great. The kids were all there. They were cheering us on. I didn't know I would be so exhausted after becoming an elementary interim principal, but yeah, that's how it is. And the PTA had a tricky tray, and want to talk about that a little bit?
Last year's Trick or Treat was at 80s theme, and of course our whole staff, all the teachers always come out and support. And this year we had another one. It was a luau. They all came out and supported again. It is one of our biggest fundraisers of the school year. On that note, the Trick or Treat is the biggest fundraiser. Our second biggest fundraiser is called the Power of Purpose. Power of Purpose is a program where we ask parents to donate $5, $10. They can ask aunts, uncles, grandmothers, and grandfathers. And we have a purpose. The purpose is last year we raised enough money to buy 5 picnic tables for our playground. So the teachers can go out during class time and on nice days and have class outside, or if the garden club wanted to use it, or even at recess. It's nice. So we have raised enough money to buy 5 picnic tables. And this year we did it again, and we had enough money to buy umbrellas for the picnic tables. So it is a very nice program. And then at the end of the year, the Power of Purpose comes to our school. They throw a big, huge carnival for our kids free of charge because we use their program and we use the name and we got it out there. So they'll be coming this next week, I believe, with bouncy houses, music, hula hoops, and
29th.
Yes, it's very nice. If any of the other elementary schools want to get into it, the Power of Purpose, it's a very good program.
Yeah, every time you turn around, they're running something. They're very, very busy. And I tried to upload all of the all-call letters that I sent out with all of their really cool, they make very nice little flyers to go out, but it wasn't cooperating with me, so I gave up. I was like, I'm done. So we had 2 dances. One was the VIP dance, and it was everyone from kindergarten on up to 4th grade. Little kiddies in tuxedos. It was so cool, like little 3-piece suits. I was really excited. They were dancing, they were having a blast. And if you look up there in the right-hand corner, those are high school kids. They came to help out, and that was just really cool.
I do have to say this is the first year that the high school kids, I think it's the Key Club and another club, we had so many students come from the high school to help at our dances. And other things. They're also coming to Carnival Day. They're coming to help us as well. There were so many students from the high school that were on call for us. And they enjoyed it, and it was great for our little guys to hang out with the big guys too. So it was very well appreciated. Thank you.
And then they had the 4th grade dance, and you could see they're dancing. It was great. They were all dressed up again. To see all these little kids get dressed up and just have a great time participating, it's pretty cool. So our counselor's corner, she is very busy, Miss Robson. So I just wanted to show you some of the things so we had a random acts of kindness week. She sends it around. We have activities every single day for that week. Another thing that she did was, how do I go backwards? Oh, there we go. Was an autism week. So we sent a letter out to the parents that she wrote. And then we had an acceptance week. We did whatever, most of the schools were blue, but every single day we had something different going on to recognize autism. And next week is Career Exploration Week. And she has asked all of us who are not students to send in a picture of us when we were really young. I think mine are pretty dusty. So I don't know what I'm getting, but then we have to put hints up, and then she's gonna take them, put them along the walls, and the kids are gonna guess who is who and what they did or what they do. So there's a different event every day planned for that. Then we had NJSLA Pep Rally. The NJSLA Pep Rally was where all of the 3rd and 4th graders came down to the auditorium, and under the leadership of Miss Robson, they participated in all these kinds of activities. They talked about what is NJSLA, why it's important. They recognized the hard work of the teachers, the students. Then we had a good video that we showed the kids from the students, staff, and families who talked and in this thing and said, good luck, you're gonna do great on the test, blah, blah, blah. Then they did pass the dance game, pass the bucket of balls game, human tic-tac-toe game, and the pass my test parody sing-along, and that's when they watched this. great success. And then I have to give a little props here. We have the Livingston Eagles Garden, and that is created by the Garden Club. So there is so much to learn about what they do there. The benches are out there because of the PTA, and they utilize those because the kids go out and they will plant. They're going to learn how to plant. They learn about seedlings. So if you go visit their Linktree page at Livingston Eagles Garden, .garden, you will find that this beautiful community oasis that is carefully tended by the students of Livingston School is really something to brag about. And thank you for visiting with us.
Madam President, do you want?
I just think, I love the song. I think we should have a competition, right? Each school, the kids should be singing it and submitting a video, Dr. Benacuesta, for next year. Thank you. Nice job. I'm not sure anybody.
President, I just wanted to say, Ms. Lorenzo, you forgot to mention the slime. Aren't they going to slime you?
No, I'm getting slimed on June 9th.
So I went to the PTA meeting the other night, and they mentioned all the things I was going to mention later in comments, but she did not mention the slime, so I had to bring that to your attention.
Anyone else? No? So next up, our last principal yes, best for last, right? Mr. Melanda is coming up with Ms. Ahern, the PTA president, to share a little bit about Kiwami Middle School.
I know my mom had a.
Just hold it.
Just get it close to him.
Okay. Hit that. All right. Good evening, everybody. How we doing? I'm going to try to not take as much time as Ms. Lorenzo did.
They're broken up right now. They're broken up.
All right, so Ms. Ahern and I are here tonight. I'm going to talk about some of our academic endeavors, and she's going to kind of go into, more of the PTA fun stuff. So just try to follow along. The biggest thing for us this year is the implementation of our instructional coaches. They work with our ELA and math teachers on a weekly basis on a variety of things. The coaches work with teachers to develop common formative assessments, often mimicking styles of NJSLA testing. All of the tests in a marking period assess the same standards and allow teachers to track growth and reteach when appropriate. The coaches analyze testing data to identify gaps in learning and create lessons and units to address these gaps. Students are assessed after each unit and then reassessed in a 3-unit master test at the end of each marking period. This not only becomes another common data point for our teachers to discuss, but it also fosters very good student study skills. The coaches provide and share resources, they teach model lessons, and they work with teachers on integrating various technologies to make lessons more interactive. Coaches join the teacher PLCs 2 days a week. Their conversations help teachers adjust their pacing to better align assignments with New Jersey student learning standards. They create a space to share new strategies and to help teachers better understand and reflect on student data. Overall, our coaches are a valuable resource for our teachers and instructional programs, and we are grateful to have them. One of the programs that we instituted a few years ago, compliments of Ms. Lorenzo, is our Ready, Set, Read. Each Friday during an extended homeroom, the entire KMS community, teachers, staff, students, participate in our Ready, Set, Read initiative, which is 30 minutes of dedicated time for students and staff to read and enjoy a book of their choice. To spark excitement, sometimes Ms. Lorenzo, our librarian, often hosts read-alouds featuring engaging sections from different genres. This school-wide effort helps foster a love of reading and builds a positive reading culture across all grade levels. This was our first ever climate convention. This brought the New Jersey mandated
current climate curriculum to life, giving our 8th grade students a chance to explore real-world issues in a hands-on, meaningful way. In Science Unit 3, students explored the causes and effects of climate change and used that understanding to define problems they could address through collective action and student-led nonprofit initiatives. It also tied directly into Unit 3 of ELA, Taking a Stand, as students researched environmental topics they cared about and presented their ideas for change. 6th and 7th grade students got an opportunity to walk through the gymnasium and view all of the presentations and then vote for their favorite project. The event was a powerful way to connect classroom learning and global challenges. The Daffodil Project was taken on by our 8th grade ELA team. As part of the Daffodil Project, students planted daffodil bulbs in front of KMS to honor the 1.5 million children killed during the Holocaust. The project, which aims to build a living memorial, tied into Unit 2 of the ELA curriculum by deepening the students' understanding of the Holocaust, literature, and themes of remembrance and resilience. And finally, these are our peer leaders. They consist of our 7th and 8th grade students who work very closely with our school counselors. Their job is to basically welcome new students to our school. They have one-on-one meetings with them and they provide tours of our school. They recently helped facilitate advisory sessions within our school focused on kindness within our homerooms. They provide 5th graders at Jefferson School with information about middle school, answering all of their questions and helping to make the transition from 5th grade to 6th grade much smoother. And they also visit Washington and Livingston elementary schools. They talk with the little guys about anti-bullying, friendship, and they'll also be helping in the upcoming days with their field days and their carnivals. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
I think I'm supposed to stand close to you, but I think I have a voice that projects, so I think I think we're good. Oh, it's at home? Oh, we're recording. Who knew? We're recording. I didn't know. Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Ahern. I am proud to be the PTA president of Kwame School in my 2nd year. I've been there for 4. I can't believe I'm leading. I'm with Gita. That my 2nd one is coming up. We have 8th graders together at KMS. In being a PTA president at Washington School, at Jefferson School, Kwame brings apart a different perspective. So we still do the fun stuff, but it looks a little bit different than it does at the elementary. But we try to figure out ways as a parent, teacher, association that we can engage the students and do things that are of interest to them, that they want to participate in, that they'll be engaged with. So we work really closely with the staff there, as well as parents, and we are able to do student surveys to see what it is that they would like to do. And then as the PTA, we run with it. Whatever it is we need to get done, we try to either fundraise or we try to use our funds that we already have in order to bring experiences to the kids. I didn't name all that stuff. I put this in there because this is a tradition, Kwame versus PTA staff volleyball game. We do this every year. Usually it's dodgeball for one season, volleyball for another. This year, and we have the principals and the 2 PTA presidents, our teachers selflessly, and actually all of our staff, we have paras, we have administrative assistants, they give up their time and they stay late. And I would have to say that Mr. Shaw knows this too. It gets pretty heated, I didn't realize it, but you have to watch yourself for flying things in the air. But what's nice is Burnett and Kwame get to collaborate and we can share things as a PTA, and it brings the 2 middle schools together twice a year. So they're seeing each other in a different context. We let them mingle. We don't have a Burnett side and a Kwame side. We kind of bring them together and let them root for their teachers. They bring signs. They love it. So it's just one way that we're able to bring everybody together as a community before they head up to the high school. And we think that's really important. And the PTA continues to sponsor those 2 events. So I'm not sure if anybody is aware, but New Jersey PTA is actually the oldest, largest nonprofit child advocacy association in New Jersey. Not everybody realizes that it stems from a great history. Some of us do. But together, one of the major parts of their mission statement is advocacy. So not only are we talking about strengthening the quality, we could be talking about children's health, education, safety, wellness, and we always want to give back. Dawn mentioned that as well. It's not just about gaining money for them to have dances. It's more about what we can do as an association to support the missions of the schools and of the district. So one thing that came up with my executive board this year was, let's find something that Kwame needs. And what Kiwami needed this year was a little bit of motivation, a little bit of fun, and a lot of engagement. So we worked with the counselors as a PTA board, and they identified this wonderful presentation, Corey the Dribbler, and who doesn't love basketball? And even if you're not a sports kid, they were engaged. He had a wonderful message, and it was all about respect, education, attitude, activity, keeping fit, keeping healthy, keeping your mind right. And we did it with all the grades, and the PTA was able to fund that. So that's what's really important, that little part about giving back. Because the fun stuff is great, but it's stuff like this that you could bring a message that you can then carry over into what Mr. Miranda was talking about, advisory committee. So you have the assembly, and then you have the advisory committee with your trained staff members to follow up to say, okay, let's talk about the assembly that you just had. So we can make it more impact. It could have more of an impact. We have some other things that we do, again, some fundraising, but we also try to stick to union businesses. We try to bring back to the community. So we do at Kiwami, we make sure we're using, union and small business and even some of the chains, but that are located in union. Our donation drives are a huge hit because it's a way to raise funds, but we also involve some of our student groups as well as the high school community volunteers to come out and support us. So we had kind of put that up there too. We have the dance, but I wanted to use this slide to give a shout out to the teacher liaisons that are in every building. So again, if everyone is not aware, the PTAs have a teacher liaison, someone on the staff, and again, it could be anyone, not just a teacher, any support staff, but someone that's identified as that liaison. They come to our PTA meetings, again, giving their time at night, and they are that link to the staff and to us with the principal. We have a principal report, but the teacher liaison brings a different perspective, kind of what it is that they need or what it is that they're seeing, and some events. We are truly blessed that we have Miss Nikki Kelly, and we have had her the 4 years that I've been involved. She also is the student council advisor, so she has a pulse on what's happening. She's taught 6th grade and 8th grade, so she really knows the building. And we're able to support her when she comes to us and says, we're having this great dance, but we're a little bit low on funds. Do you think maybe you could communicate to the parents and maybe we could do an Amazon wish list? And we wind up, that's how we get that link between school and community. If they're having a project within the science classes and they need materials, that's something that she could say, hey, PTA, can you help us out? So every school has one, and it really is a wonderful resource. And our dance was amazing. The 8th graders had a great time. We truly appreciate our staff. As Dawn says, everybody works so hard. So we do these about, not just on Staff Appreciation Week, but welcome back. Try to surprise them with something as they come in for the year. We have wonderful staff participation in terms of being active PTA members, and that makes all the difference. Tradition, Kiwami. Mr. Miranda's favorite, Miss Hall in the back. I know she is a big Chief supporter. So you actually can speak better to this as a former PTA president yourself, but Kiwami Chiefs are a tradition. What are they? They are specific awards that are given to students as a result of teacher nominations, staff nominations. They have criteria, they have committee, but they all have a purpose. It might be academics, it might be athletics, it might be motivation, perseverance, character, but it's a tradition that has been with Kiwami for a very long time. I'm not sure when we adopted it, but it is something that we are so proud of because as a PTA, we're able to sponsor these awards.
As I like to say, I used to say this 15 years ago when Mr. Shaw was working with me, but they're so old that Mr. Shaw got one when he was in middle school.
Yes. Oh, do you have one too? Yes. So these Chiefs are a hot item, but it is something special, and and as the program has grown, we've added awards, and it's something that the PTA does for the kids. So we put it in our budget, to make sure that it's something that the kids still can receive.
So that's our presentation. I'll just talk loud. As we close out the school year, we're proud to reflect on the growth, resilience, and collaboration that defined our work. From academic achievements to community building initiatives, every success was truly a team effort. We look forward to building on this momentum in the year ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll miss you.
Thank you, Mr. Miranda, Ms. Ahern, Madam President.
Nice job, everyone. And I'm glad that you connect the activities to the learning. So kudos to you for that. Sometimes that's missed.
So because, and again, tonight was a lot, I'm going to rush through this. This is posted online. I'm going to highlight a couple more things, but these are some of the things that were already highlighted earlier by our student liaison, but you guys could, look at this along the way. Next up, I would like to honor our Teachers of the Year and our ESPs of the Year, Educational Support Professionals, and our teachers for the 24-25 school year. So Ms. Watson's going to help me, but I would like the teachers to come up when I call your name. The teachers do get it's nice, Kane puts on a breakfast for all the Union County Teachers of the Year. It's coming up, and it's another way to be highlighted, and it's nice. It's a really nice program. Our ESPs of the year, we're going to shift it. I was working with the leadership of the union. And we're going to do it now for this year, but next year we're going to do it during the month that ESPs, again, educational support professionals, are recognized. And that's November, Ms. Shannon, right? November. So we're going to shift it up so it'll be split next year. But we got to, again, this is going to be the last time we'll do it at the end of the year. But I do want to congratulate. We talk a lot about all the great things the students that's going on in the schools. Without our professionals working with them daily, it wouldn't be possible. We have great staff. I've said it for years in our district. And the best part about this is from their peers. So they get nominated, and then there's a selection from there. And some of the things you read about the nominations really hit home, because when you're reading it from a colleague writing something about what this person's doing above and beyond, it's amazing to read. So I would like, first I'll call up our Teachers of the Year, and I apologize, I have my glasses. Jennifer Chamberlain, can you come on up? Ms. Watson will help me. Maria Verdello, Verdolino. And I know Ms. Mackey's happy. Yvonne Brown. Stay up here because we're going to get a picture real quick. Gail Richardson. Brittany Schill. Jennifer Regino. Kara Moore. Cynthia Ferretti. Lauren Cohn. And I saved Joy Shaw for last because I want to say a special thank you. When I came to the district in 2000, as a new teacher, didn't go to, I went back then, what was alternate route. I was walking in, didn't get the same prep as everyone else going through a program. And I just want to personally thank Ms. Shaw, who we taught the same classes in a sense at the high school. And I have to say, not just her, but the high school team, like a lot of our teachers who, like you guys who give back, helped me in my beginning years to be successful. And I probably wouldn't have stayed if it wasn't. That's one of the people that definitely helped me get through. So thank you so much. The board want to come behind, stand.
Let me get for your stand. Come on, Marielle, get down here, girl.
Everyone thought I was forgetting you. I wasn't.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. 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 Thank you. All right, let's double it up. Congratulations. 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 You see what I started? I know. Sister Shaw's like, it's not Saturday Father's Day. I said, I know. Okay, so they told you something because you look familiar. Are you from Naughty by Name? Oh!
Congratulations.
All right, ready?
We got to squeeze in.
A couple.
think she met a couple of tall ones.
Yeah, you guys. You guys.
Ready? This is the, ready, 3, 2, 1, this is not official. This. All right, good. 3, 2. Good. Okay. Now, Ms. Watson, we'd like you to get some names. So if you would like families want to come up quickly to take a picture? Photo op, Dave? I know you're so excited. Come on, Dave. One more. You've been every picture so far. Come on, one more. What's one more?
I don't know how we could fit everyone.
There you go. Down in front. There you go.
It's like a party.
I'm not going down.
Party on.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, shouldn't you be in it?
I'm gonna block you.
That's all right. That's okay.
All right, ready? I know if I say that, everybody starts moving. Board members go
All right,
up and
okay.
everybody else will stay down.
Yes, ma'am.
Board members up. Hey, he went right there. Ready? Ready? If I can't see you, you can't see me, I can't see you. 3, 2. Girl, I'm trying. Here, wait. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, baby. Woo! 22 more wake ups. You're counting? I am not counting. Hold on. You good? 60 for us.
Again, thank you. Thank you all. I truly appreciate everything. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to the breakfast. You get to go home if you want after that, too. Oops, sorry. Congratulations. So as I've shared a lot throughout the months, our Board of Education, well-versed in education, total support of our community. I probably wouldn't feel right if I didn't share how Ms. Kimberly Scott Hayden advocates for our educational support professionals in such a positive way that I know she's influenced me to understand a little deeper. And when you hear things that she talks about, so we can't say enough. There's so many integral parts to being successful as a school, and our educational support professionals are the glue that's making everything work or stay together. So I can't thank, again, your peers nominated you guys. You should be very proud of this award and being recognized as the ESP of the year for 24-25. And I would like to call you up and again, there's anyone here tonight? So nobody's here, but we will just, yes, and we'll make sure they get their, so anything I know before I move on?
I think we should say something, and I know my colleagues want to say something. I want to congratulate everyone that was recognized here tonight. It is a tribute to you and a testament of the work that you do day in and day out when your peers nominate you for this award. Thank you so much. This education is a vocation, and it is a service. I know that sometimes we are not recognized as we should, but please know that I speak for everyone on this board. We do appreciate our staff, whether teachers, whether paraprofessionals, or any support staff. We appreciate you and we thank you for your service. Thank you.
If I just may, I apologize. Thank you. I just wanted to say, yes, I'm sorry, really. I'm sitting here today because of paras. And I thank all of our paras and all our teachers, everyone in the district. Thank you.
So real quick, just like that, last night was our senior awards, and you could see how many scholarships were given out, and 91,250 is very impressive. So that all the awards will be shared, who donated it, as well as the recipients. Our flag football team is amazing. I think it's the second year that we've been doing this, and they're in the playoffs, but they were, I think, divisional champs. They're undefeated too, so can't wait to see how they finish. Haven't lost a game so far. And we also have some of our athletes are being represented in the All-Star game. And I think that's coming, no, the playoff game's coming up. But again, I know a lot of this was highlighted, so I'll go through quick. You guys could look at it. Just another highlight, our band, orchestra, concert, choir, competed in Orlando Fest. I wasn't sure if they were going to get back with all the issues at Newark Airport, but they did, a little bit late, but we had a lot of high finishes there, and just congratulations to our leadership of the music and orchestra and band. They always do an amazing job. Look out for the new It's All About You. There is a parent survey out for students with disabilities. Make sure you fill that out. It was sent to all the parents. Friday, May 9th, the athletic director, Ronnie Zeezer, who oversees ROTC, brought 15 Union High School athletes to help at the VFW. And they were there working, helping organize, and to help people that need assistance. Teacher appreciation, just a short video. With all the great things that were going on through the week. And again, I can't say thank you enough to our educators, our teachers. Again, thank you for all you do. So we started our strategic plan process. I did announce earlier at another meeting that we had over 2,300 responses to our survey. Then we brought it to strategic plan nights. And I really want to thank our teachers, our faculty, our parents, our administration, who came and supported those nights. I got a lot of positive feedback. I'm looking forward to presenting in June our strategic plan. It really is the voice of many. So I'm hoping this is finally set to really guide us over the next 3 to 5 years. As I have to do, I'm reporting on HIB during the reporting period of one found at Union High School, unfounded, not inconclusive, there was 2. And 2, so it was 4 total, 3 Union High School, 1 at Franklin. And reporting, the last one was affirmed, was 3 founded at Union High School, not found inconclusive, was N at Caldwell. And 2 things to highlight on the agenda tonight. We're accepting for esports. I'd like to highlight the grants that come in. And we're also on E14, we're applying for grants for AP. This will help bring 3 more AP classes to Union High School next year, or the start of 26, I believe it is, the start of September 26. We are looking to bring September of 25, a pre-AP course at the middle school. And again, that was through collaboration with our Board of Ed. But Madam President, I know it was long, but it was worth it. And thank you so much.
It certainly was. Thank you, Dr. Benedictine. We appreciate your dedication and your passion. All right, let's move it along. Next, we will have the Education Student Discipline Committee chairs, Ms. Renisi and Ms. Faria, to present the resolutions that will be voted on tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. So Ms. Bria will start and just review some of the discussion from the committee meeting.
Good evening, everyone. So some of the points were already shared, so I'm going to make it quick. Really want to highlight the work that the district is doing to acquire additional funding through grants. I don't think we can say enough about that. When we're thinking about esports, it's something that's going to get our students, it's going to go towards our middle school students, but it's also going to educate them on career technical education, so we're preparing them for future careers. And so I just want to highlight, we're also accepting a lot of partnerships with colleges to have some interns come into our schools. So the district is really being creative and finding resources that aren't costing us those additional tax dollars, so thank you.
Okay, so upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Education Student Discipline Committee presents the following resolutions for the board's consideration. So E1 and E1A, E11 and E12 were approved at last week's work session. E11A does not require a vote. So E11, affirm superintendent's determination of HIB. E2, approve affiliation agreement with Seton Hall University. E3, approve memorandum of understanding Union College of Union County, New Jersey. E4, approve to coordinate graduate level school psychology externs with Kane University. E5, approve Family Center of Montclair screening and intervention. E6, approve to accept funds for esports. E7, approve to accept funds for products reimbursement. E8, approve professional development train the trainer session at Franklin Elementary School. E9, approve removal of library books from Kawami Middle School. E10, accept grants from Township of Union Education Foundation. E13, professional development workshops district-wide. E14, approve application for grants.
Is there a
Second.
second? Second. Sorry. Any discussion? Well, I do see E10, so I want to thank Ms. Lipstein. I didn't want to mispronounce, but I know that you represent the Union Education Foundation, and thank you for contributing to our school system. This motion has been properly moved by Ms. Manisi and seconded by Mr. McDowell. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Maki?
Yes.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana?
Yes.
Mrs. Scott Heeden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes. Next, we will have the Fiscal and Planning Committee. Chair, Mr. McDowell. Mr. Cohen could not be with us tonight to present the resolutions that will be voted on tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. There are 60 fiscal and planning resolutions tonight. I will not go over all of them. Some will be passed in bulk. But upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Fiscal and Planning Committee presents the following resolutions for the board's consideration. F1 is the treasurer's report. F2 is the secretary's report. F3 is to certify the treasurer and secretary's report. F4 is to approve appropriations transfer. F5 is to approve the attached list of contracts and purchases. F6 is to approve district-wide travel and related expenses. F7 was voted on last week. F7A to approve district-wide student field trips. F8 is to approve list of state contracts. F9A is to approve a list of contracts. F9B, approve the list of fundraisers listed there. F9 is to accept donations. F10 is to approve out-of-district student placement lists. F11 is to approve travel and related expenses, and as I'll remind the board members to abstain from voting on their own names in F11. F12 is to approve tuition rates. F13 is to approve Connect One for banking services. F14 is to approve the auditor, Supli Clooney. F15 is to approve general counselor and special education counselor to Taylor Law Group. F16 is to approve special counselor Apruzi, McDermott, Mastro, Murphy on an as-needed basis. F-17 is being pulled. F-18 is to approve the property casualty workers' compensation brokers service of Fairview Insurance Agencies. F-19 is to approve healthcare broker. F-20 is to approve healthcare plans. F-21 is to approve Pomptonian for district food services. F-22 is to approve the architects. There are 3 listed there. F-23 is to approve engineers and consulting engineers. That's 3 listed there. F-24 is to approve council, bond council, Willits, Goldman, and Spitzer. F-25 through F-56 are special ed services. So I will not read each one of those, thanks be to God. Again, that's F-25 through F-26. F-58 was approved last week. F-59 was also approved last week. And I'm sorry, F-57 is to approve the establishment of a petty cash account for Battle Hill Elementary School. And F-60 is to approve the change order for the HVAC Clean Energy Grant project for Hannah Caldwell. The last fiscal and planning is the attorney, and that's not for voting. It's only for the purposes of information. Madam President, those are our resolutions for the Fiscal and Planning Committee, F1 through F60 and F attorney.
Thank you so much, Mr. McDowell. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Faria. Any discussion? I do want to speak on
Yes.
F11.
Yes.
For those of you that do not know, in order to be a board member, it's not just getting elected, but we also have to go through rigorous training every year. And F11 is part of that endeavor, where, you know, we actually have to accrue certain units from year to year to continue being a board member. I just wanted to clarify for everyone. The motion has been properly moved by Mr. McDowell and seconded by Ms. Faria. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Approve all, except, I approve F11, but I abstain for myself.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes to all except for F11. I abstain for myself.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes to all, and I also abstain from myself on F11, but approve the rest of the members on F11.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes to all, except F11, abstain for myself, approve everyone else.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes to all except for F11. Abstain for myself, approve for everyone else.
Ms. Santana?
For F11, I abstain from myself, approve everyone else, and I approve everything else.
Mrs. Scott Heaton?
Yes for all resolutions. F11, abstain for myself, and yes for everyone else.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes to all. For F11, I abstain for myself and approve everyone else. There are no grievance, negotiations, items to present tonight. Next, we will have the Operations and Technology Committee Chair, Mr. Nasta and Ms. Conte Maggie, to present the resolutions that will be voted on tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. I wanted to say a few words before Board Member Nasta goes through our resolutions. I just wanted to talk to the community and all. I wrote something because normally I'll just speak, but I said, you know what, today let me write my thoughts together and just speak to the state of the operations. Our century-old school buildings, home to our students, staff, and educators, stand to a testament to a bygone era, but their age brings significant challenges. These structures are quite literally being held together by the dedication and ingenuity of our building and grounds team, who perform day-to-day miracles with severely limited budgets in keeping our buildings together.
Bless you.
The looming prospect of the further budget cuts to the essential building maintenance service is deeply concerning. As all know, we are faced with a budget that is tight. We have limited funding coming from the federal government, and our buildings are getting older, which is deeply concerning. While we all understand, Greg and I, and we agree that education is the main top priority for our students, we must remember that the functional, safe buildings are the very foundation upon which quality education is built. We urge continued advocacy and support and understanding for funding to ensure adequate maintenance of these vital structures, which protect both our students, the staff, and our future of our educational community. So we ask that everyone is mindful in their conversations and their thoughts that our buildings are getting older, we have multiple issues, and our team members are doing the best that they can, but the repeated budget cuts have an adverse effect on the structures that house our precious gems, which are our students of Union. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was well said by my fellow board member and committee woman, Ms. Conte-Mackey. Upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Operations Technology Committee presents the following resolutions for the board's considerations. 01, approve security, drill, and bus evacuation reports. 02, approve participation in non-binding cooperative purchase agreements. 03, approve request from Township of Union Education Foundation. 04 was voted on at last week's work session. That was a shared services agreement between the Township of Union and Regional Industry Services. 05, approve request from Union Township Community Action Organization so they could hold their pre-prom red carpet event at Jefferson School on June 5th. And then T1, approve recycling of equipment. And T2, approve advertisement for sale of IT equipment. That is all I have, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nasta. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? This motion has been properly moved by Mr. Nasta and seconded by Ms. Conte-Mackey. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Yes.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana?
Yes.
Mrs. Scott Heeden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes. Next, we will have the Personnel Committee Chair, Ms. Scott Hayden, and Ms. Santana to present the following resolutions that will be voted on tonight.
Good evening. I won't be long-winded because I think what we saw this evening definitely displays the educational excellence that we have within our school district here in regards to our personnel. So what I will say is congratulations to every person who was honored this evening, to our amazing students who were before us tonight. This is what union is. It's not just the U in union, it's the U and I in union. So to them, I don't want to be long-winded again. It's been a long evening. Due to certain things that we discuss in personnel, due to legal obligations, we cannot disclose them. But what I will say is that with the remaining positions that we currently have open for this school year, we will be actively working to fulfill those positions, seeking top talents, as our students don't deserve anything less than that. I will also be remiss if I didn't say congratulations to all of our retirees who are on the agenda tonight. You have reached a milestone. And for those of you who are not on the agenda of retirement, we look forward to continuously working with you in the upcoming school year.
Nicely said, Madam Vice.
Thank you so much. Madam Chair, may I move the following resolutions in blocks if possible? Yes, thank you. So upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Personnel Committee presents the following resolutions for the board's consideration. I have P1A all the way up until P13.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
I have none.
This motion has been properly moved by Ms. Santana and seconded by Ms. Scott Hayden. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana?
Yes.
Mrs. Scott Heeden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes. Next, we will have the Policy Committee Chair, Ms. Manisi and Ms. Faria, to present the following resolutions that will be voted on tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. The Policy Committee, on recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Policy Committee presents the following policies and regulations for final reading. Policy 1 through Policy 5, Regulation 1 through Regulation 3.
Second.
I apologize. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? The motion has been properly moved by Ms. Manisi and seconded by Ms. Faria. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Yes.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana? Mrs. Scott Heeden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Ms. Carbonell.
Yes. Moving along, we will have the Residency Committee Chair,
Oh,
Ms.
wait.
Manisi.
I still have the one for his first and final reading.
I apologize.
Policy. Okay, may I?
Sure.
Okay. Upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Policy Committee presents the following policy for the Board's consideration. This is a first and final reading. Policy 1A, eligibility of resident, not resident students.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? This motion has been properly moved by Ms. Manisi and seconded by Ms. Faria. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Yes.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana? Mrs. Scott Heeden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes. Moving along, we will have the Residency Committee Chair, Ms. Manisi and Ms. Faria, to present the following non-voting resolutions.
So upon recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Residency Committee presents the following resolution for the Board's consideration. R1, which is students that, after investigation, voluntarily transferred out of the district. And then the other one is, it's all for informational purposes, how many were removed and how many voluntarily transferred.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the bills list?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? This motion has been properly moved by Ms. Conte-Mackey, no, Ms. Scott Hayden, and seconded by Mr. Nasta. Can I have a roll call, please, Ms. Capiello?
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Yes.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Manisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana? Mrs. Scott Heeden?
Yes.
Ms. Carbonell?
Yes. Unfinished business? New business,
Madam President, may I?
please.
Okay, I just wanted to remind everyone that this coming Monday is the Memorial Day Parade, and kickoff is at 10 a.m. on Monday. But on Sunday, there'll be an encampment in front of the Town Hall on Sunday from 1 to 4, and there'll also be a living history demonstration. So that'll be Sunday in front of Town Hall, 1 to 4, and then the parade kickoff is at Monday, 10 a.m.
Thank you. And this year, we are participating.
We are participating. We have
Very exciting.
about 50 groups between, I think there's 9 bands, and then the rest are marching units. So we're very happy, and one of our own from town, Bob Johnson, is the Grand Marshal this year, was very instrumental all these years with organizing the parade. He's a Vietnam veteran, so I encourage everyone to come out and participate, cheer everyone on. It's really a great event.
Thank you so much, Ms. Benisi. Anyone else, new business? Mr. McDowell, and then Ms. Faria.
Thank you, Madam President. Last night, I attended, along with other board members, the senior awards ceremony at the high school. And as I looked over all the honorees, I was touched by one thing that I saw that made me proud of Union, and that was the rainbow of students that we have. Unbelievable. And I saw that reflected in our junior ROTC, same way. And if you look down this board, a rainbow again. And it's one of the things that makes Union such a great place to live is the diversity, and we have nothing but strength in that diversity. And it was great to see that last night and today. Thank you, Madam President.
That was beautifully said, Mr. McDowell.
You're welcome.
Ms. Faria.
I just wanted to congratulate Burnett Middle School for their performance of Sister Act. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to go, but my daughter was there, and they said they did a really nice, beautiful job. So I really just want to make sure we congratulate those students and all the staff for supporting that. And if anyone's interested in seeing our students shining, Kwame, I believe, has their band, orchestra, concert tomorrow. So it's a good opportunity to see our students at work.
Thank you so much, Ms. Faria. Anyone else? I would be remiss, I'm not sure if you're aware, but in April we celebrated Asian and Pacific Islander Month, and that was culminated with a beautiful festival in town. And Ms. Kansemaki and I were able to go attend and participate in some of the wonderful activities that were there. I know that they were doing the henna tattoos that I see my friend here has one. But the food, the people, it was just a very, very nice experience. In addition to that, we did attend the Chamber of Commerce Gala event recently. And I think my board members and some members of the audience have said this. We will only be successful as a community when everybody's working together. And the beautiful thing about these presentations and these events is when we see the town leadership, the parents, the staff, the students, and everyone that makes up our community coming together to make sure that everything that we do is a success. And the Chamber of Commerce Gala exemplified that. So I thank them for inviting us and for us to be a part of it. Thank you. Anyone else? No? Comments from the public. And we will begin with Ms. Ann Margaret Shannon.
Ann Margaret Shannon, 2591 Spruce Street, and UTA President. First, I want to thank Dr. Benaquista. I don't know if the board and the residents know that the county only recognizes the Teacher of the Year. So many years ago, UTA started the ESP of the Year, but in working with Dr. Benaquista, he's recognized its importance, and we successfully have handed over the ESP of the Year to the central office, for which I'm very thankful. It's one less thing for me to do. Next, I've heard that last week some board members were unclear about my message. I was really happy tonight. I think all the presentations really helped me out, just trying to explain how wonderful Union is and the staff. But I did want to explain a little more. I've been reminded that in this district there are many struggling students, which is true. But when I attended these same schools many, many, many years ago, believe it or not, there were also struggling students. And as long as there are quizzes, exams, standardized tests, I think the district will unfortunately probably always document some list of struggling students. And for months now, we've heard parents come and talk about the district's test scores. But I think what's been missing, but it wasn't missing tonight, was from the conversation is the other side of the coin. All the students who succeed, as witnessed here tonight. Some of you did attend the UHS award ceremony last night, and does anyone ever ask who works with these award-winning students? Do the kids do this on their own? without the help from the district? I don't think so, right? I just wish that we would acknowledge, I know we've been having it's a hard year, but I want to acknowledge that the same UTA members who work with our needy students also push students to excel. Another point question I think last week was when I mentioned the ceremony for the students who scored well on the standardized test, for which Dr. Rodriguez did organize an event. I'm sure some of you attended it. I think the confusion perhaps was that the ceremony was held this year, but just like the nature of standardized tests, the scores were from last year. But there was a celebration of students who did well on the standardized test. And no surprise to me, because the students in Union, they do well. I mean, we have proof. Our UTA members do help struggling students, but they also help, as I mentioned, with the doing well, the AP students, the honor students, the musically talented students. And I want to give personal congratulations to Colonel Alvarado and First Sergeant Schemmel, who are UTA members who do work really hard for our students. But I lost my train of thought here. I wrote it down to be organized too. But do we win these awards because every student in Union is talented in all those things? No, all of our children have different gifts. But the dedicated UTA members serve them all, participating in their struggle and also celebrating their many wonderful accomplishments.
Excuse me.
I think the district, one sentence. I do think the district should be thankful that the UTA members do work and are above average, and I think I heard that tonight from all of you, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ms. Zerka.
Good evening, everybody. Christine Zerka, Twain Place in Union.
Good evening.
I am an ESP. The definition of an ESP is we are non-teaching staff who play a vital role in supporting students, teachers, and the overall functioning of schools. We work in various roles to ensure a safe, healthy, and conducive learning environment. Being a para, or ESP, has a lot of challenges which get greater day by day. That's why we deserve a fair increase in salary. I love what I do, or else I wouldn't have stayed here for 20 years. But ESPs are not going to stay working in this district for 20 years if the board cannot provide a livable wage. They will be leaving Union for better paying districts. And you will have no one to support our children. And that's what we all are here for, the children. So please consider giving us a livable wage. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will certainly work on that. Ms. Lipstein. Lipstein, I apologize, Ms. Lipstein, it's been a long...
It's okay, it's okay. Susan Lipstein, 2569 Jackson Avenue. I'm talking tonight as president of the Township of Union Education Foundation because I want to go over a little bit about the grants that you've accepted so the community is aware. We have been giving out grants for 24 years. I think I've worked with 6 superintendents and 24 different boards, and we're still here. I also wanted to mention, we heard about some of the successes that from the principals tonight, and Livingston School talked about the TREPS program, and I want to be sure that everyone's aware that that was funded this past year with a grant from the Township of Union Education Foundation, as well as we have provided materials for that Livingston Eagles Garden. 2 teachers applied for grants last year for microscopes, so 2 of those things exist in large part because of the Education Foundation, and that is with money that's raised, it's not taxpayers' money. And also the climate convention that Mr. Melanda talked about at Columbia Middle School was funded in part with a grant that the 8th grade teachers applied for, and they used a particular book, a nonfiction book called The 21, and that was what they based a lot of the curriculum which they made up. So we have good teachers, and they take the time to apply for grants, and this is money that does not come from the taxpayer. This year, we had an application from Marcy Massara and Lauren Cohn. Lauren Cohn was one of the teachers of the year who was up here. And Marcy Massara is retiring, but she took the time to apply for a grant. And this is a small amount of money, but it's going to go a long way for the life skills education at Union High School, for the 9th through 12th graders in Union High School. And it's for a new cookware and utensil set. Sometimes the smallest things are not restored in a district, especially in the past years, and as we face very challenging years ahead. We also gave out to teachers. This was interesting because we used to get a lot of requests for computer equipment. Now we're getting more for actual books and magazines. So we got a request for a subscription to Scholastic News Magazine for all the 4th graders at Connecticut Farm School. So here again, it's something to stimulate and literacy, which is one of my I'm the biggest proponent of. And that's how you excite kids. You give them something exciting to read and to discuss in class. And also, all the 4th graders and all the 3rd graders at Connecticut Farm School are going to get a subscription to Scholastic Super STEM magazine. And those were grants applied by Mary Ellen Patrico, Olga Korzen, and Cynthia Carhart. As far as the climate convention, that was developed by a cross-curricular committee of all the 8th grade teachers at Kiwami Middle School, and it was so successful. I hope you were able to go and see it. It was wonderful.
Excuse me, your time has expired.
All right, the other grants you see. I mean, it's really a shame because this probably could have been read. This is what we're giving to the board.
Thank you.
One's a novel, and one's the house system. Please ask questions. We're also inviting you to the reception, which we couldn't do until you approved our little meeting. So you'll get an invitation as soon as I can get it out. But I wanted to be sure it was approved. And I really appreciate an extension of time, because when you have good news, sometimes it takes more than 3 minutes to give it.
Ms. Lipstein, I just want to say thank you to you and your board for all that you do for the students and the staff here in the district. And it's not lost on us, all the things that you mentioned. I know I love the Scholastic STEM curriculum, and climate change is an integral part of the science standards. So thank you for supporting those instructional initiatives. But thank you. Yes, that's a great idea, Ms. Manisi. Dr. Benacuesta, Ms. Manisi is, and it's true, we need to recognize initiatives such as this. Maybe we can publish them on the website so that everyone can see. And thank you once again. Thank you for being part of the solution. I apologize, I mixed some of these up. Ms. Zada. Good evening.
Hi there. Michelle Zada, 1523 Brookside Drive. Nice to see you guys again.
Hello.
I also want to thank Mrs. Lipstein for the Township of Union Education Foundation for the grants, being a part of the Livingston Eagles Garden. We have parents that meet out every Friday with students, and it was a delight last Friday to have students actually from Hannah Caldwell Pre-K with electronic microscopes to them look at slides that was purchased by the grants, but then also take them into the garden and look at insects and other plants underneath there. So thank you again for that. I also wanted to recognize the district too for the event that they had for the New Jersey standardized testings for the students that exceed the 5 category. That was really nice to see the students that exceeded those expectations and to be recognized by that. Also with the district holding the meetings with the strategic planning, teaching and learning, and the operations curriculum, it was really great to have those, and looking forward to how all the information was congregated from there. I also wanted to mention too that starting next year, There's a law in New Jersey that just passed, they're requiring all K through 3 students receive universal screening, minimum 2 times a year, to help identify children early who might have reading challenges like dyslexia that doesn't get tested right now, and get the appropriate interventions they need before they go so far. I think it's really important, particularly in the foundation years with the reading, that we understand where those students are and if they are behind. Right now, as a parent, I only get iReady to see if that's behind. I know for Livingston, it was reported that only 29% of the first graders were at current grade level. So 71% were not. I'm still waiting for the report for what we had. They just took another test for that for the end of year. I think it's also great for administrators to give out those reports to the buildings at each school, and the parents to get those diagnostic tests, not to have to wait and ask for the teachers. That should be given, but that should be part of the universal screening that's going to be mandated next year, and I want to make sure that the district is ready for that. Also, too, for the students that are behind and are identified at being delayed, that they get the appropriate support. I know my child is getting support, but she's only getting it once a week, and to be effective, it needs to be 3 times a week with the reading, the intervention specialist, not just one. And also that to make sure that we're following true, or actually we're supporting and helping the teachers guide to make sure they're staying true to the curriculum. With phonics, I know phonics is incredibly important with decoding and encoding of words right there.
Excuse me, your time has expired.
Thank you.
Ms. Zada, that was an excellent 3 minutes. Thank you so much, because you spoke to the heart of a lot of the things that we're discussing. And you are right, phonemic awareness, decoding, and such are foundational things that every child should experience in the early grades, certainly before 3rd grade. In terms of the interventions, we are doing as a district the best we can. Unfortunately, sometimes financial resources are limited, but we can certainly do better. And I believe it starts, and I would like the education committee chairs to look into how we can engage the parents more in sharing not only the data, but also explaining it and possibly teaching the parents of some interventions that they can do at home.
Right.
So that we are true partners in this endeavor.
I mean, I also have comments about iReady and Amira, but due to time, I mean, I have comments about that because those are resources that have been given to parents. There's reservations to those.
So let's do this. I want to honor the 3 minutes, but can you email Ms. Manisi and Ms. Faria, and maybe we can engage in that dialogue a little further?
Sounds great.
But thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you for your thoughts.
Thank you for all your time.
Thank you. Ms. Luisa Baez.
Luisa Baez, 591 Duquesne Terrace.
Good evening.
Good evening. So I just want to, it's Teacher Appreciation Month, so I want to start off with saying that it saddens me that the 29% of Livingston, because I have 3 Livingston graduates that are amazing, and the teachers are amazing there, and that saddens me. But they do have amazing teachers, and we're going to work together with the parents so we can get it back on the trajectory. I want to talk about the TREPS program. I'm so glad it's back, and thank you so much for that. I actually can speak on TREPS because my daughter did it, and she's in 8th grade now. She started her own dog business, and it's just, they talk about profit, they talk about how to make a profit, how to merchandise, and it's amazing, and I'm so happy that it's back. I missed the market, but I will be going to the market the next year, because it's amazing, and the kids it's all kid-run, and it's amazing. So I want to talk about KMS. it's my, I have an 8th grader going to high school as well. And I could not mention Miss Kelly, who does so well working with the PTA, with parents, with the kids. She engages them. And then I want to talk about Mr. Petrus, the GT teacher for KMS and BMS, Burnett Middle School, and they work together, and he is just so amazing. We have GT in all grades up until 8th grade, but Mr. Petrus is something special. He gets these kids, they ran a car wash, they ran it. They did a list of what the things they needed, the shifts that they're gonna work, and I mean, it was just amazing this Sunday. I was the parent volunteer who helped them to just supervise, but they did such an amazing job and raised money for their Boston trip. And then I want to talk about that he teaches them life skills. The kids led the event. And then I want to talk about Union High School. I was at the award show, the scholarship last night, and Union High School has amazing, amazing staff, amazing kids, and I was so happy to see so many kids up there. And starting with administration, they are amazing. The support staff, Ms. Hall, Ms. Prieto, they've helped me, and they just go above and beyond. And they're not always recognized, but I just want to say that my son's a senior, so he will be leaving. So it's like, it's a bittersweet year for me. I have some leaving high school, some coming to the high school. But the only thing, and I'm trying to stay as positive as I can because I want to be positive and I want to work together. I'm still, my son's a senior, and starting freshman year, I came to the board about concerns with bathrooms, especially with girls going to the high school. The administration is amazing, and they do the best they can, but they need help monitoring the situation, especially with a daughter going to the high school.
Excuse me, your time has expired.
Okay, just something has to be done with accountability.
Okay, thank you.
For them to get help
Thank you.
to not do that.
So, Louisa, I'm not sure in what capacity you're saying that, so I am going to defer.
The vaping situation, they try to control it. They can't be in all the bathrooms. The kids don't have access to the bathrooms.
You're speaking about every district right now, but I
No,
thought it was
know
in
the vaping
a
situation
school.
is in every district, but the way they monitor is they have an electronic system, and I know that the money situation is tough right now, but we also have to cut the fat somewhere.
More
And
circulation,
it's
certainly.
cut it.
So I'm going to defer your point, your concern to my colleagues from Operations and Safety, Mr. Nasta and Ms. Kanse-Mackey, so that they can follow. Can you send them?
We're looking into like a digital way to monitor it, and there's no money.
Can you just, because it's been a long night, can you just send them a brief, like, email? And that way they can look into it with the leadership team? Thank
Madam-
you. Thank you so much, Ms.
Madam
Baez.
President, can I just make a comment real quick? Just that the Union High School is scanning into bathrooms.
I'm sorry?
They are having the kids scan into bathrooms.
There's a digital scan.
They are scanning into bathrooms. When I was there, there was a teacher, had the machine out, the scanner, and they are scanning in.
So we're trying. Yeah, but you nonetheless, send a follow-up so that they can give you more information, because those are things that are very important. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, we will have, I just want to make sure that I got everyone, I believe it's Ms. Jeffries. If I miss someone, please raise your hand, and I apologize. Ms. Jeffries, good evening.
Yes. Virginia Jeffries, 236 Brighton Avenue, East Orange, New Jersey. Good evening to all in attendance. There are concerns on the agenda, again, regarding F15, F25, 26, 37, 30, 20, 28, 30, 31A, 31B, 32, 33, 37, 38, F56, and item 17, approval of bills. Challenges to funding is a serious concern on many levels. Servicing of students with special needs and those whose primary language is not English do require thoughtful and realistic approaches. Also, can comments from the public be expanded to 5 minutes for organizations who wish to speak before the board? F15, does the combined contract for general counsel and special ed counsel exceed the guidelines set by the Department of Education for general and special ed counsel expenses per pupil cost based on student population? 2, what is the per pupil cost set by the Department of Education for legal services for this size of this district? F25, for the growing diverse population of students, this funding seems to be quite insufficient. For F26, the funds set aside can only service 7 students, leaving untold others without services for the upcoming school year. F27, what is the percentage of students who do not speak English as their primary language projected to be in 2025-2026? F28, how was this determination made for 2025-2026? F30, should there be made an adjustment for each category in the resolution to be a total of $1,550 instead of the $1,500 for 2025-2026? That's only additional $50. F31A, only 5 students can receive services for this current budget year. F31B, 13 students, 8 more than this current year, and will receive services based on what projections for 2025-2026. F32, only 10 students to receive services based on what projections for 2025-2026. F33, only 10 students to receive basis based on what projections for 2025-2026. And for F37, should there be an adjustment made to cover all categories, as the evaluation of autism alone would only leave the remaining funding to have a balance of $600, which would not cover any other services for autism. Also, for F38, should there be an adjustment made to increase funding to allow as A and D alone exceed the $1,400 cap? And F17, approval of bills. The May 14th.
Excuse me, your time has expired.
Okay.
Your time
I just have
has expired.
2 more sentences. You allowed other people to go over. Okay. Okay. The May 14, 2025 work session did not include bills 5, 6, 7, and 8. When did the Physical and Planning Committee have time to review these additional bills? And thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jeffries. Thank you so much. I know it was a long meeting tonight, but we did appreciate having everyone here. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
This motion has been approved by Ms. Manisi and seconded by Ms. Faria. Discussion? Roll call, please, Ms. Capiello.
Mrs. Conte-Mackey?
Yes.
Mrs. Faria?
Yes.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mrs. Panisi?
Yes.
Mr. Nasta?
Yes.
Ms. Santana? Mrs. Scott Heaton? Ms. Carbonell?
Yes, board members, let's do one more picture. Mariella's father's here tonight, and let's take a picture with her and her dad, if we may.